Jai Shri Ram. Namaste everyone. Firstly, I bow my head in respect to wonderful teachers here. Some are there and some are behind screen. Friends, could you please give a big round of applause to all the teachers? We have seen so many felicitations. I have personally seen them from 1997, the first batch we had where Chaitra Srinivas Pai secured 17th rank in the state to present as Shriya. Last 27 years, they are the ones who have given their blood and sweat in securing these ranks. So big round of applause to the entire team of Vivekananda English Medium School. It's such a blessing to have been your student, teachers. Also, in this outset, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to this school because they have been literally raising our CBSE school from day one, be it the affiliation time or be it in securing 100% results in our first batch. Their helping hand has been phenomenal, be it the management, HM Satish sir or his team. They have been extremely kind to our CBSE school. And also I need to mention late Shri Bhaskar, who was the executive officer of Vivekananda Vidyavardhaka Sangha. He too played a pivotal role in nurturing us. So we are forever indebted to you people. Friends, from student to being part of school management committee, I have seen things from both angles. I firmly believe the decisions taken by our founding fathers of Vivekananda institutions several decades back is indeed a right one. You know, they have always given priority to character formation than not just academics. You know, because a person with good character knows what is good for him, his society and his country. He knows how to apply his knowledge wisely. We have various things here now, Maulyadharita Shikshana, Samskarayuta Shikshana. So Vivekananda institution has always given precedence to shape character in students and not just academic knowledge. This matters a lot today. Let me give you some real life incidents where a person's action, be it through words or deeds, speak more than his degree knowledge. You all know India has seen several prime ministers from Jawaharlal Nehru to Narendra Modi. We all know that, right? Some of the prime ministers have secured their graduation from top Cambridge, Oxford University. But there is this gentleman who did his degree from an average college in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. But today, irrespective of political ideologies, we consider him as the finest prime minister India has ever produced. He is none other than the second prime minister of India, Bharat Ratna Lal Bahadur Shastri. Let me share a few real life incidents, how tough it was when he was the prime minister. This is to justify a person's action matters more than his degrees. When he took charge as the prime minister in the year 1964, around June, India was not like this. There was poverty everywhere. India was economically backward and there was this food shortage issue everywhere in the country. So his first task was to tackle this food shortage issue. So, you know, a country as big as India, you can't have a food solution overnight. But what he did was amazing. He urged his fellow citizens to give up one meal in a week so that whatever food was saved was given to someone, somewhere in the country. It was somewhere available. Before implementing this in his country, he first implemented this thing in his own family, within his house. And then he went on air. Those days, All India Radio was the only platform to communicate. And the response from fellow citizens was amazing. Friends, not just millions of citizens, but even thousands of eateries, restaurants, you know, they down their shutters to observe this, what is called Shastri Vrat. Now, Sombara Vrata Ittage, that was called Shastri Vrat. But as a leader, that was a good decision. But he also need to address the core issue of shortage. It is during this time, friends, he laid the foundation of India's historic White Revolution and Green Revolution to increase the production of milk and food grains. And thanks to his visionary leadership, today India is the largest producer of milk and second largest producer of rice, wheat, fruits and vegetables. All credit goes to Lal Bahadur Shastri. Friends, in the mid 60s, India was slowly recovering from the aggression by our Chinese counterpart. We all know in 1962, China invaded India and India lost a huge chunk of land in the Kashmir, Aksai Chin region, you know that, around 37,000 kilometers square of land, almost the size of Kerala. We lost to China illegally. So the morale of Indian army was not that high. And that was a period of Cold War between USA and Soviet Union. India was totally neutral thanks to its non-alignment policy, but our neighbor Pakistan was the close ally of United States. So they were gifted with plenty of modern weapons which were superior to India at that time. So Pakistan sensed this opportunity to attack India with its full force, and eventually it did so. So matter was brought to Shastri's notice, that Pakistan has invaded India from the northwestern frontier. So it was for Lal Bahadur Shastri to decide the further course of action. Friends, believe it or not, Shastri, considering India's economic backwardness on one side, coupled with food shortage, and here on the second side you have morale of Indian army buried down with outdated weapons. But Shastri, was very quick in his decision. In the morning he received the letter, and in the afternoon he addressed the country, and he said, and I quote, "In the utilization of limited resources, India has always given priority for economic development. India has never shown any interest for border conflicts, but under present circumstances, the duty of government is very clear. The duty will be discharged fully and effectively. We would prefer to live in poverty for as long as necessary, but we will not let our freedom be subverted again." This is the message he sent to Pakistani, and he declared a full-scale war against Pakistan. It was during this time he hailed the iconic slogan, "Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan," that literally swept the country from north to south, east to west, reverberated across the country, boosted the morale of Indian soldiers to sky high. Pakistani army, despite being technologically, qualitatively, numerically superior to Indian army those days, Indian military literally, outfought them in all the battlefields in the northwestern frontier, crossed the international border for the first time, reached the outskirts of Lahore city, literally bringing Pakistani to its knees. That was the, power of Lal Bahadur Shastri's words, inspiring soldiers, countrymen. But, there was one more danger threatening Shastri at that time. That was the letter he received from China. China, please remember that China became a nuclear country in the year 1964. They detonated their first atomic bomb, and that letter from China read that Indian army has deployed its equipment in Chinese territory. If Indian army doesn't remove that, India has to face the wrath of China. So this was an ultimatum sent by China. It was a bluff. We all knew that. So, Indian army, forget nuclear weapons. We didn't even have proper conventional weapons those days. So matter was again brought to Shastri's attention. He was very quick in his decision. He addressed the country from Parliament House those days. He said, and I quote, "Chinese allegations are completely untrue. If China attacks India, it will be our firm resolve to fight for our freedom. The might of China will not deter us from defending our territorial integrity." Friends, this really requires, nerves of steel for a leader to make such bold, unprecedented statement. Because no country can afford a two-front war, fighting a country on east and other country on the west. No country, despite the most powerful country, can't afford to have such a conflict. This is Shastri for you. China, forget attacking. It didn't even provoke India after that. It remained completely quiet and silent. So the message is, friends, this valor, courage, boldness, compassion, empathy, ethical and moral values together make a person's character. And that is more important, and that outshines everything in life. A person will be remembered for his thoughtful actions and noble deeds, and not degrees from top universities, be it Harvard, Stanford, Cambridge. He'll be remembered for his thoughtful actions, what he does, be it Shastri ji or present day Modi ji. We all know that, we all agree, right? By instilling moral values from young age, it is these institutions like Vivekananda English Medium School, that will be fostering nation-building thoughts in children from young age. So it's a matter of immense pride for us to be associated with this great school. Also, at this moment, I would like to congratulate the President of Senior Student Association, my dear friend Nihal Shetty, for completing 2 years here. He is also active member of Puttur Urban Development Authority, where he has done a commendable job. He's been doing various social project initiatives. He has briefed me a couple of things. So I wish him many more success and accomplishments in the future, sir. So wish everyone a wonderful evening. Thank you for the opportunity. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Bharat Bhai, for inspiring all the youth about the present scenarios of our country. So, for the development of the school, it's not only the academic achievements. Simultaneously, our school has been promoting a lot of sports activities. Recently, we even had a national level volleyball tournament out here. And other than that, we have been encouraging the students for so many sports activities. So, now I request Madam Vani Shri from the Department of Physical Education to read out the achievers list in the sports. Now I request the day's president, Mr. Nihal Shetty, to honor the students. Thank you, guys.